Hello, this is Gerald Overhaus. Can we please recognize as quickly as possible certain words by knowing the letters, knowing how it has been written, knowing how it has been pronounced, and recognize actually all the elements that we need to describe also the object? And the answer is yes, you should be able to do that because all the letters have a fixed area of associations that you can have around the origins of what we can recognize there in positions, in the way how from these positions some material can be described, some changes can be described, or some conditions can be described. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate with KURK in two languages, in English and in the Dutch writing. And so let's have KURK first. Here are the letters where you have them in the system of order. The system has an order in a geometrical, numerical, and a lot more ways to order it. Order that we will take out the letters for and how we can interpret them. They are much wider in range than what I'm going to describe, but you already have a quite good idea how I will do that. What is KURK? Actually, KURK are two things. It's the material of KURK with certain qualities which can be described and can be understood from the letters as well. But we also have the KURK, the object, which has a certain function, which closes up a bottle, which also isolates it actually from its conditions and makes it also able to ripen actually what the material what is in there. So it creates certain conditions. These conditions should be given, so they are given a certain time so that they can develop, but also the conditions of isolation between the layers is also something that we can use as a material as well, and that should also be recognizable. I'm not going to deep into it. I'm just going to keep it quite superficial, but you will already notice that from the letters onwards you can easily recognize what's there. And the C to start with is from the first category of letters. The first 9 letters are from the first category. They are about focuses into one starting point, where you try to distinct actually what kind of starting point do I have in 1, 2 or 3 points. This C letter is into 3 positions at the same time, and it's that starting points into the first of 3 levels of associations that you can have as starting points. The first one is like, okay, I'm trying to learn to use this starting point. I'm going to figure out how I can use this as a starting point. I'm going to approach it as a starting point in the first 3 letters in this row, A, U or C. In C it's into 3 points, so it's into a certain you have a couple of options. You have certain options, so you have these options. What shall I do here? Where shall I use it for? How can I use which point is a fair? What can I do with it as well? Is the same thing. While how you can also use can in as a verb, it has that kind of meaning as well. Let's try to see what we can use it for. Well, the second category is more the thing, and the last category is more like, okay, I'm not very sure what to do with, so I'm trying already a little bit more. Also there it's no longer clear what I'm going to do with it, and am I still able to do it? So I have to look further actually. KURK is pronounced with K, so it has already this idea like, let's figure out when also what we can do with it. Not just what, but also on the end it will have access to a when factor as well, especially when the next letter will be about timing. And that is it as well. The next letter is about timing, so it's also like, okay, when shall we able to use it? When shall we able to change it then as well with the K, as which is also the end letter? So when shall we take it out as well? So that's also that association easily made from there. So O is giving that attention in a time process and see, okay, let's see how much time we will for how much time we will be able to use this, is there also associated very easily. And the R is that making connection to, okay, to a general context. So I have a certain context, let's use it, and then you know, I can approach it and I can put it in and can put it out as well, if you like. That's also one of the associations easily made from there, even that is just a behavior, actually, not more than that of connecting to it and connecting from it. The K then is that final breaking point where you can also put the cork out. So all these things are easily seen when we start to associate it with that cork in the bottle. The O is even more than just, yeah, let's look, where the act of looking for what to do. It also has a where factor, a placement factor. And where is that placement? As you can already see, it's around the person. It's not the person itself. It's not the object itself. It's the surroundings. The surroundings are, of course, the surroundings of the bottle. It's the inner surroundings, the outer surroundings. The C is going to look into the superficial outer placement, actually, where again it has to be broken. But also there you have already a first hint how to approach it if you have the two different environments. This isolation factor, where it will keep out the conditions for a certain time before they can come out into the bottle, into the situations, into the isolation. You can recognize these qualities or can apply these qualities there in a certain way as well. KURK in the Dutch word is different. It's more focusing upon material. It's much more upon material, but also there still has this ability to, yeah, how long, not just how long, but it has this focus onto the object, and the object is itself, with the letter U, has this element of it's in development. There's still something in development in there. That's the KURK within there, and that's what also is the quality that we're going to use for KORK, not just as an object but also as a material. And that's actually enough to understand already KORK and KURK as words. And that was another demonstration. Thanks again for watching. Bye.